Okay, so I have been traveling, moving, big life changes, awesome career promotions have been happening. So I have been super gone, but I recently flew to New York and I was working with Comicdunes on a really awesome community barbecue / all day whatnot sale event, and I have lots of comics, like a lot of comics. Mostly because Comicdunes has been helping me with my pull list as well. So like I have, like because I was going to New York in person, I picked up like a month's worth of pull, like from my pull list. And I also saw one of my friends, Jason, and we've just been building like small collections for each other to just like exchange. So I have like a really huge stack from him, and then I saw just some other friends and, you know, comic swapping. So where to begin? I feel like I will start with like the pull list, I think. And then I can show you what I picked up at Comicdunes, because they had like tons and tons of boxes of dollar books, and some were like a little bit more than $1 in separate rooms, but I got a lot of things. So this is awful. I'm like trying to figure out, like I think I maybe should have organized these stacks a little bit better. Okay, no, this is awful. So, a series that I've been like really loving and excited about is the Alex Ever After. So I picked up a few variants for it. Honestly, I've like wanted every variant that's like come out. I just like love anything that has to do with fairy tales and twist on fairy tales. I've honestly have never read Fables, which I'm sure people would like have recommended me because I've said things like that, and I am thinking of starting it, but I obviously have stacks that I need to read. So X-Men Red, which I am hearing is phenomenal. Moon Knight, which is written by Hickman, so like I've been really excited. Wolverine Patch, New Mutants. Gosh, I love this. This cover is just so good. More New Mutants variants. Oh, so many variants. I do this to myself and then I wonder why I have no room. Voices Identity 1. I love Jen Bartel, so it's really hard for me to not buy her covers and just do cover buys because it's Nightwing. I really love Nightwing though. I'm not keeping up with the series, so that was just like a one-off. I am gonna read it collected. More Moon Knight, Legion of X, Giant Size X Thunderbirds, Twig. I'm so excited to finally sit and read this. It looks so cute. So adorable. I'm so pumped. Then Quest Aside, I think it's like a Dungeons and Dragons kind of storyline, which I'm really excited. I love this artwork. It's just super fun. It reminds me of just a lot of the Boom Studio comics that I read and really enjoy. Avengers Forever. Then I love this cover, this Batman. I don't even read Batman, but this was a total cover by Captain America, Scotty Young. This is gorgeous. Okay, Greetings from the Savage Land. I have to say, so this is a Peach Momoko cover. This reminds me of The Land Before Time, if anyone knows what that movie is. So when I saw it, I was like, The Land Before Time! Which is kind of ridiculous. Duo, I don't know much about Duo, but I was excited to read it. So I wanted to check it out. 8 Billion Genies. I mean, this cover is absolutely gorgeous. Well, okay. So I got this because I was like, I think I'm gonna end up picking up Fables. And so I didn't want to miss out on this variant. The closet, dabbling in some horror. This looks super creepy, especially when there's like horror with children, like that is really scary. House of X 92. New Thing, which I really enjoyed. In my like real day job, I work with Greg Hurwitz, the writer of New Thing, and so I got to read this before it came out, and so I'm excited to have a physical edition of it. Marauders, the Marvels. What a fun cover, Immortal X-Men. And then I think that is, oh, I got Spider-Punk, but then I dropped water on it, so, you know, it's okay. So those were all of the polls that I had like over the last month that Comicdunes was handling for me. So I'm really excited to actually organize that in my short boxes and then just sit and read everything. But the bigger stack, I'm like going through this, these two big stacks. A lot of them, oh wait, I lied to you all. Just kidding. These are also from the pull list. I don't even know what I have. We have some more Twig, a variant cover. Quest Aside issue 2. DC Pride. This is such a fun cover. I'm really excited. I really do like the kind of like anthology, because you could just like dive in and come out. Dark Knights of Steel. I've absolutely loved this series. All new, all different Savage Avengers. So we'll see how this is. Marauders. Legion of X. I need to bag and board everything. This Peach Momoko cover is so good. Jane Foster, Mighty Thor. Ghost Rider. I have issue 1, I need to catch up. Or like I need to sit down and read them back to back. Nubia, I love this Jay Lee cover. It's so beautiful. I'm really excited to read this. And then Nubia Queens of Amazon, the Pride cover as well. I really thought it was beautiful. Oh, I'm excited. Okay, I think that's actually all the pull list. So then we have what I got from Comicdunes during the community barbecue event. So they had a bunch of just like dollar books, and some of these are definitely like worth more than $1, which is really cool. Then, so with that, I got the Demon Days kind of like director's cut edition, so like behind the scenes, it's in black and white. I'm really excited about this. If you haven't read Demon Days, I highly recommend. Like, it's just really creative, unique, very innovative in some ways. I really, really like Peach Momoko's writing. I feel like this isn't talked about, I don't know, a lot. I don't know if it's because people only really know her for her art and just like don't think that she can maybe write. I don't know. I don't know why I haven't heard about it, but I've been such a huge fan from the beginning, and I think more people should read it. Then I found in the boxes Loki #1, #4, and then, oh, there's a little sticker thing on it, #5. So I've been wanting to read, I have Journey into the Mystery Omnibus, and I've been wanting to read like more Loki solo comics. So I'm excited to at least like have issue 1 to start off, and I can fill in the blanks on Marvel Unlimited, and if I enjoy it, maybe pick up the full run. I don't think it's a really long run. Phil Noto is one of my favorite artists, so Captain Marvel. I'm not a huge, what's hilarious is that I love Miss Marvel. She is my favorite character, along with like, you know, if I had to do my top 5, like she's in it for sure. And given the fact that I love Miss Marvel, but I've never been like a huge Carol Danvers fan. So I feel like I need to maybe give her more of a chance. Manifest Destiny issue 2. This cover is just gorgeous. Champions. Well, it has my chrome on it. Silver Surfer Black. I've never read a Silver Surfer comic, and so this is written by Dottie Cates, and there was a few people who were at the event that recommended the run. So I figured why not pick up issue? It's $1. Captain Marvel and Miss Marvel team up. Ghosted in LA. This is one of my favorite series from Boombox. I love it, and anytime I find single issues, I pick it up just because if I could complete more of like a run, I end up gifting them. Mr. Miracle, I have the omnibus of this, like the collected. I wanted to get some of the single issues just because it's a really, really beautiful story. Rising Omega. I have a lot of the Rising comics. I just really love this cover. You have America Chavez and Miss Marvel and Squirrel Girl. It's so good. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. The Life of Captain Marvel. I really like this art, so I picked it up. Then I love my Columbia 10-speed ads. So right there, Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, Shield, but it's a Miss Marvel variant. Rom, mostly just because it has Storm and Wolverine in it, and so it's like an X-Men crossover. Iron Man, the 10-speed ad. And then Wolverine Top Secret. I just love the cover kind of pulls back to, we got some more. Ghost Rider Wolverine. And then Invisible Kingdom I thought was really cool because it's written by G. Willow Wilson, who wrote Miss Marvel, and I have just really loved her writing, so I was excited to find something else that she'd written, and it's in issue 1, which was perfect. X-Men Grand Design, which is really awesome. I love this cover. Another X-Men Grand Design. I mean, just any of the like kind of vintage cover designs. A wedding issue. It says, "Will you marry me?" and it's Kitty Pryde and Colossus. And it's Noto. It's like, checks all the boxes. Then I got some books for my friend Candace, who most of you, if you watch my YouTube show, know. So some Archie. I see them, I think of her, and she has to have them. Dazzler, I don't have this issue. I need to actually sit and like review my Dazzler box because there's like certain ones I know I don't have, and then there's ones that I've repeatedly bought because I forget that I have them. Captain America, 10-speed ad. Dazzler. We got some more Dazzler. All new Wolverine. So I'm trying to get the whole run in single issues. Then I was excited to see this in the dollar box, The Amazing Mary Jane. It's a Rian Gonzalez variant, and they're just always so cute. I love all the chibi characters. So this was definitely not in the dollar section, but I was really excited to pick it up. Truth, Red, White, and Black. So I got issues 1 through 5. So I just need 6 and 7, and then I've completed the run. I've just heard nothing but amazing things about this run, and I know that it has to do with Isaiah, who we saw in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So it was just like his story. So I think it sounds like a really interesting and important one. So I'm really excited to read it. All new Wolverine. I love this cover. You have Gabby looking like such a boss. Just all of them looking like, and then you have the Wolverine with the gold sunglasses. Like, I love it. X-Men with a 10-speed ad. And then I picked up Avengers: The Children's Crusade, which I haven't read, and it is, I have to fill in some of the gaps. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm missing 5, 6, and I have 7, 8, and then I'm missing 9. But the covers are really cool. I also heard like this was just an amazing storyline. It happens, I think, right after House of M, which I loved House of M. So I'm excited to read that, especially with everything that has to do with like Scarlet Witch and her children. Then I grabbed some more Archie for Candace. And I haven't read or gotten very far in Saga, if I'm being honest, but the little sea lion, he's so cute. It made me happy, so I picked it up. Again, it was $1, so nothing crazy. And then I have a huge stack from Jason, which he equally has a huge stack for me. I'd also asked him to pick up like some books for me that I couldn't find at my LCS, so like I sent him over some money, one of them being Grimm #1, the Jay Lee cover. I missed out at my LCS with this one, and so I was happy that he was able to pick it up for me. Then I have the Vision and Scarlet Witch #1. So I actually have this, but he had made an order for another comic, and this just happened to come in like the lot that he had purchased. And he was like, oh, it's like a really nice copy, like, do you want it? Because like he knew how into Vision and Scarlet Witch I am. So then I opened it, and it has white pages, and it's like from the 80s. I've never actually seen an older comic with white pages, so it was just really cool to see. Like, it just felt like it felt like I just pulled it off of like the rack today. Like, it was published last week. It was really cool. So I'm really excited to just like sit and read through it. Yeah. Then we had gone to a comic shop, and I had found this really cool Deadly Class variant of Maria. And if you haven't seen, I have been super obsessed with Deadly Class. I've been like buying also a bunch of back issues. American Chavez, X-Men Scotty Young, Deadly Class. This was also another copy that I just like I couldn't find, as well as this one, the Alice Ever After. I think it's Hughes. So beautiful. And this is the other one. So Madripoor. I love these postcard variants. They're really, really cool. Then he picked me up New Mutants, and it's a Once Upon a Time, so Sleeping Beauty, which is so cool. I really, really love this one. Mystique. X-Babies. They're so adorable. X-Men, this has like a very like anime manga style, which I really love. It just reminds me of like, and it feels very 90s. It just reminds me of a lot of the stuff that I used to read when I was younger. I like the style. Then he gave me the Scarlet Witch collected like complete volume, which I was reading and loved. And there was just like some artists that I really enjoyed who I didn't know worked on this. Like, I have some of the single issues, I don't have everything, and I have the first trade volume. This is just like some of the later issues. I was like, oh wow, like Tula Lotte worked on it and did interiors, which she doesn't often do anymore, or that I've seen. So that was really cool to read like her and see all of that. Then God Country, Jason and I had been talking about this for a while, and so he had picked up the trade for me, and I'm really excited to read it just because I've heard, again, really great things from him and from other people. And then this is the one I'm so excited about, Carmen. I had actually not read this before, and I haven't finished it, but this is the Zap Comics exclusive. And so it has, this is the actual book, and there's like an exclusive bonus story in the jacket underneath the flap. I am definitely going to be doing a review on this book. It is just in terms of so like just trigger warnings, like, you know, self-harm, suicide. It is a really dark book, and yet there is a lot of like levity and humor in it. I had a lot of like a very strong emotional reaction when reading it. I went in very blind, like Jason didn't tell me much about it, just that he thought I would really enjoy it, and I felt like it was best to go in blind, because like I was able to really feel very shocked by some of like the paneling and the storyline that I've read so far. Again, I haven't finished it, but it's absolutely beautiful. I think it's something that a lot of people should read. I don't know if like a lot of people really read it, or that if it was talked about when it first came out, because it honestly flew under the radar for me completely. And I'm just super excited to like own this very beautiful edition. And like, yeah, it's just, I can't wait to do an actual YouTube review of this, because I could probably talk about it, and I haven't even finished it. I could talk about it for a very long time. But it is really amazing artwork, really amazing writing, and the subjects of the book are really hard, but I think are handled with a lot of care. So I'm excited to see where it goes. So that is like all of the things that I have picked up and I brought back from New York. Actually, no, wait. I got some Funko Pops. The boxes got totally destroyed, like in transit back to Chicago. But Bucky and Dark Phoenix. And then I've never bought one of these before, rock candies, but Mystique, she has a little gun. I don't know, she looks really cool. So I was excited to get these. They were actually gifts from Jeff from Comicdunes, which was like super sweet, because he was like, I'm not really into Funko Pops, and I was like, I really am. But so that's everything that I got from the community event, from friends, from just like working with Comicdunes, as them being a channel sponsor. So a huge thank you to them for just obviously going out to New York and getting to spend time and helping set up with the event. It was awesome, and just getting to meet some of my friends and see them in person too is just like always such a thrill. I met a lot of really fun people in the community that are local to Jersey, New York, and it was a blast. I had so much fun, and now I have all of the books, which tends to be a theme. Like I go to New York, I come back with like stacks and stacks of books. So New York trips are always super fun that way. I also want to say thank you to my other channel sponsor, Romany House Boxes. They actually partnered with me and Comicdunes to do 2 big giveaways during the event, which were really cool. It was an engraved Comicdunes exclusive box, and then a CGC box, which was really awesome. So a huge thank you to them. If you're interested in purchasing one of their boxes, you can get 10% off with my code ShyComicGirl. Yeah. Well, I am back. I am not traveling for a week, for like a whole month. Said week almost, oh my gosh. I am not traveling for a whole month, so I'm really excited to dive back into making more content, especially some review videos like for Carmen. I'm so pumped to just talk about it and then hear everyone's thoughts. Let me know what you thought of this insane haul. If you've read any of the things that I've pulled, anything that you're loving, covers that you enjoyed, I would love to hear what you all think.